Listen, guys, market structure and timing is all that you need to change the game. I'm very heavy on simplicity. Keep your strategy really simple. All right, keep your strategy really simple. Whether you want to be scalping or you want to be catching spikes in the boom and crash index market, or you are trading step index, any volatility index at all, big currencies, big stocks, whatever you are trading, guys. Once you master market structure and timing, you are good to go. All right, you don't need to do too much in the charts. So you can see I've been trading the crash 1000 index market. I've been buying. I sent this call to the community and we made a lot of profits from this trade. So I just like to keep it really simple, right? I like to keep it really simple. Once you enter your charts, once you open the market, you need to look at where the direction of the market is. You need to see where the market is going to. You need to also see who is leading at the time, right? Who is leading at the time? By that I mean, who is dominating the market at the time? Is it the bulls? Is it the bears, the buyers, or the sellers? Right? Make sure you are following the people that are winning at the time, and that is how you are going to be able to identify market structure really easily, right? So you can see that on the daily time frame here, this market looks like it was going downwards, right? But if you look at the current area, you see that there is more bullish momentum in the market for the longest, right? So I'm just going to go to a lower time frame to see what has been happening under, right? So that will take me to this time frame, which is not so clear. I'm trying to identify the direction of the market right now. Okay, it's obvious the market is going upwards, but I want to see swing points. I want to see higher highs and higher lows, right? I want to see higher highs and higher lows in this chart, and I want to be able to point them out. I want them to be very clear. So I'm going to a time frame that will show me this P in a very clear. Good. So this is the 1 hour time frame. It is clearer here on the 1 hour time frame, but I'm just going to keep going down so that you guys can be very clear on what I'm trying to explain in this video. So now look at the 30 minutes time frame. You'll notice that there were swing points in this chart. Price had created new highs. Price consistently created new highs. Okay, so we have higher highs and higher lows on the charts. If I'm trying to place my trend line, it should definitely have a clear direction, right? You see, that's a really clear direction right there. So this is to say that, judging from the higher time frames, daily time frames, which we apparently buyers were dominating that time frame, it was really clear, right, that there was more bullish momentum in the market in that time frame. So now on the lower time frames, I have now seen swing points, higher highs and higher lows, which is pointing to the same direction, the upside. Okay, now being able to put my trend line has also clarified that this is an upward direction, right? So we are now clear on the direction. We are now clear on where we are going to. Okay, market structure helps you identify what you should be doing in the market. Should you be looking to buy or looking to sell? Should you be buying or should you be selling? All right, so now that we've pointed out market structure, we've seen that the condition of the market is in favor of the bulls, right? The condition of this market is in favor of the bulls. So we want to be buying, right? We want to be buying. Now, market structure is certain. We've ascertained that. What about timing? How do we know when exactly to buy, right? When do we actually buy? Do we just buy when price is moving or when it looks like the candlesticks are printing bullish momentum? No, we're not going to do that. At that point, we're going to be looking for, we're going to be looking for key levels. Okay, price will have to come to our key level before we think of buying. Now, this is patience we are going to be talking about at this point. We are going to have to wait for price to come to a key level before we think of buying. How do we identify key levels? My students are clear on this. If you are in my mentorship program, this is something you should be already familiar with, right? So we are just going to look for key levels. Let's go back to the daily time frame. Now we are looking to buy. We've seen the market direction to be going to the upside. So the key levels we are considering here is the region where demand is going to be coming in more in the market, right? Where we are going to be having more demand in the market. That's like our support level. Okay, we are looking for our support level. So I'm just going to go with my horizontal line. I'm going to mark this level out as support. Okay, I'm going to mark that level out as my support because of the reversals here, the rejections and others. You need to know how to do these things, right? You need to understand how this is done. You can be a part of my mentorship where I walk you through step by step how to identify key levels, how to even identify market structure, and every single step that you will have to take before you make a decision to enter a trade. Okay, you can also look at this channel. If you are new to the channel, subscribe, and also go through this channel. You will see free videos that I've posted already on that. Okay, so now that we've spotted our key level, which is supposed to be our support level, are we going to be buying from that support? Let's look that up. Okay, so we go to a lower time frame, the lower time frame again. For us, you can see that price has left this level a long time ago. Okay, but during the time I placed this trade, you can also see very well that price was just around that level. You can see that I placed my buy here. I entered here. So you can see that it's just around that level that I took my entries from. But I'm just going to keep explaining based on where the market is right now. So now I am not interested in this level anymore because price has left this level. I'm going to go to the one that is closer to the current level, right? So let's look at this guy. This guy here, I'm placing my line there because I've also spotted reversals here. I've also spotted reversals here, which makes that place a strong level. Okay, but is this where price is at the moment? No. So we're just going to go a little higher and look for another level. So I'm going to place it here. Let me go to a lower time frame so it will be clearer. Okay, so I'm just going to keep it here, and that entire zone is where I'm looking at the moment. This entire zone right now is where I'm looking at the moment. So I can decide to take these other guys out and just keep my focus on that level. Okay, so why am I putting this line here? Because I've seen that price has reversed at that region again and again, right? You see that it broke that level a little bit and then it still managed to go back up from there. So that level seemed to be strong, and that is where price has currently, that is the most recent swing levels, right? That's the most recent swing level. So I'm just going to wait for price to come back to that level. I'm going to wait for price to come back into that level. Now this is the timing we are talking about. Sorry about that. I'm going to put that back. So I want to wait for price to come back to that level. And when price is at that level, now listen attentively. When price is at that level, the timing I'm talking about comes to play. You're going to have to wait, obviously, for price to come to that level. Bear that in mind. Patience is very important at this point. I'm going to wait for price to come to that level. And when price is at that level, we are expecting a reversal to the upside, right? Now we are looking to buy. Remember, we are looking to buy. Okay, so for us to catch these buys here, we're going to have to wait for price to come to that support. Mind you, all of here is still our support level, because you can see that the reversal did not happen exactly at that line but it happened a little below that line. So all of this level is my support level. So when price comes to that level, am I just going to jump inside the market? No. Why won't I just enter at that level? The reason is because price might come down and break that structure right there, right? Price can decide to come in, break that level, retest that level, and then make a run to the downside from there. Okay, price can decide to do this. We never can tell. So how am I so sure that when price comes to that level, it's going to respect it and reverse just like expected? Now, if price is at that level, this is what I'm looking for. Let's use this level for, let's use this area for this analysis, for this video, right? Now you notice that when price got here, the candlestick that closed here closed bearish with a rejection to the downside. Okay, when that happened, a reasonable trader would not want to just jump into the market and start buying at that level, right? So I'm just going to wait for the next candlestick to close. Now look at this guy. This guy closed bullish. Okay, the timing here comes to play because you have to wait for the next candlestick to close bullish, and with this rejection here, I'm not still going to jump into the market. Instead, I'll wait to make sure that the next candlestick that forms closes above the closing price of the other candlestick, the previous candlestick, right? That is one key secret that has worked for me over the years. So I want to wait to see that this guy closes above the closing price of this guy. Remember, I said the closing price of this guy, and this would be my prompt to buy. This would have been my entry. So once you're able to spot the direction, guys, once you catch a trend, for this uptrend, for example, as far as price does not come down, as far as price does not break these lows here, as far as these lows keeps taking price up, as far as price keeps respecting these lows and keeps going back up from there, then that trend is going to continue unless there is a break of these structural lows here, right? Then you can tell me that the market has changed direction, and at that point you should be looking for selling opportunities. You can still make money looking for selling opportunities at that level, right? You just have to wait for the right timing and look out for when buyers or sellers, depending on which direction you are going to come in, right? There's always a sign. There's always a sign that this is the time, and that is with you understanding the candlestick patterns, right? Once you see the right candlestick patterns, it tells you that at this key level, price is going to be respecting, price is going to be moving in that direction right about now. So you just have to follow that up and you'll be able to make money for yourselves, guys. Don't let anybody give you too many complicated stuffs to confuse you. If you need more about how I simplify my trading, it should be a part of the mentorship. It's very affordable. Reach out. My WhatsApp number will be in the description of this video, and you should also be a part of the free Telegram platform where we motivate ourselves and just keep pushing every single day. So you should join up. The link would also be in the description of this video. If you have questions, drop them in the comments or send a message via WhatsApp, and I'll be there to guide you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.